Okay, that helps. The mic is on. Sorry about the delay. It was some technical issues which have been resolved. Okay, I'm gonna go through everything real quick because we're starting a little bit late. It's probably past a lot of people's bedtimes. So what we're gonna be talking about is stocks that are in volcano mode, ready to explode this week. We have a couple of them. We have actually a couple of volcanoes that have really started to erupt. A little bit like, well, I guess, it's kind of a serious situation in, what is it, St. Vincent's, but, volcanoes like a Pompeii, Vesuvius, etc. There is, the market is starting to come back to life. We're starting to see things really start to gain traction. I mean, I think what we've kind of that bear market in microcaps that we saw from mid-February to right about now. It took 2 months, 2-month correction. I think it's just about over. So we're ready to go in bull mode. Okay, Dwight, thank you for standing by. Were you number one? No, we had. Original Giuseppe was the first one in today on the thing here. Okay, so yeah, no, I was not delaying this to build up anticipation. It's just technical issues, including some traffic getting back here. Okay, so let's talk about the charts that are ready to really move. One stock we have not talked about in quite a while is Peak FinTech, PKK. So there's a couple things happening. One is they're in middle of doing a big financing. So essentially they can't really promote. They can't, the CEO can't come on, he can't do all that stuff. They're not even putting out any news right now because, all the regulatory nonsense. But the chart is looking really good. I'm looking here at the short-term chart, first of all. Actually, let me do the 1 hour. Let me do the 1 day because this is the normal chart. Okay, so those who've been following Peak FinTech, this is a stock we introduced way back in, I think right around September 1st. I think it was about 40 cents roughly. And if you look, it actually dropped. It dropped to 35 cents, 34 cents actually. Within a month after we introduced. So probably for about a month, it was actually, going nowhere. It was basically hanging around the 35-cent range. All of a sudden, people start paying attention. And by the way, we only had, I think, the first time Johnson showed up for the live stream, I think he had I don't know, it was maybe 60 people in the live stream, 100 people, not a lot of people. But every time he came on, the audience grew. I think the last one we had, I think he had 800, 1,000 live. So, the audience grew. Growing audience in the live stream is also, by the way, an indication of momentum, an indication of increasing sentiment, bullish sentiment. And yes, I mean, but he's been basically kind of off the radar for the last 6 weeks once they get this financing thing going. However, let's take a look at this chart. So this stock debuted at 40 cents. It hit a high of recently hit a high of let's call it around $3, $3.10, and back in early January. And then it's been stuck for the last 3 months. So January, February, March, April, almost 4 months. And if you look, the last time I made a new high, 1, 2, 3, 4, also 4 months consolidation. So this is a stock that basically, goes through a 3 or 4 month consolidation before it makes another new high. So, and if you look at the last, call it a couple of weeks, month, it's almost like somebody's trying to keep a lid on this thing from going above $3. I mean, it's incredible. They're just not letting it go above $3. And I think this thing it's like trying to keep a cap on a volcano, and it's rumbling. This is a stock that wants to go to $6, $7. If you look at this, I mean, you look at the kind of what's happening with the chart. So it went from 40 cents to the first move was 2.10. So it's a buck. So basically a 3x move. Then from about a buck, another 3x. Are you following along, boys and girls? Are you following along? 3x. This stock increases 3x every time it breaks out of a consolidation or every time it makes a big move. So if you're doing the math, the next 3x is how much? Let's see. Is anybody following along? Is anybody paying attention? Does anybody have a calculator? Please make a comment here if you have the answer. What is the next move once it breaks out of this consolidation, this 3-4 month consolidation? What is the next natural progression? No answers? Okay. Let's just say $9. $9 is going to be the next target based on kind of the chart action. So it's a 3x. Yeah, so it's a 3x from here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, maybe it was delayed. Okay. I don't know if it was delayed. I don't know if you guys are delayed or you were waiting for me to say, but yeah. Okay, so $8, $9. There we go. $10. Could be. I think $8, $9 is the next target. I'm convinced of this. So this thing is going to bust out. It's just going to go ballistic. It's going to go parabolic, I believe. And if you look at it, when it breaks out, it pretty much the last time it made a move, the last time it broke out, it moved from what is it, $1.50. It basically doubled in a week. That's what it does. This basically doubles in a week. Once it moves, it doubles in a week. So I would not be shocked at all if this thing went to like $6 in a week. When? I don't know. This week, next week, it's coming though. I mean, it's delayed. I mean, this it should have happened a month ago, last month. That's when it should have happened because that would have been the 3-month consolidation. I've been talking about this. I've been saying, hey, it's consolidating. It's going to break out. It's going to break. And we've had these fake outs for how long already? I mean, it's like a broken record. I've talked about peak fintech breaking out so many times. Since February, January, and it's still consolidating. I think it's about to happen now. It really, and the market is in the right place. And look at this chart, man. This is like, I mean, this is it's like a coil. It's like just ready to explode. I mean, this thing is. I'm willing to bet it's going to be $6 mid-May. That is my bet. Wow. Are you kidding me? Oh, 50 cents. Okay. Oh, 5 cents or 50 cents? Either way, it's pretty good. With $1 billion market cap, unreasonable based on financials. I don't know, man. I don't know which financials you're looking at, but financials even matter. And also, you're looking at the past numbers. I mean, they're about to close, 13 million plus. And I think they're going to go on NASDAQ. I mean, this thing can go. So let's see what happens. $1 billion market cap. We've seen $1 billion market caps in other stocks before. They may not have been able to hold it, but they definitely did it. Okay, so and who cares about reality? I mean, come on, man. You're talking about fundamentals. We're talking about charts. I don't care about fundamentals. This is charts here. Okay, so that's Peak. Peak, I believe, is one of our volcano stocks. Without going into in any numerical order, let's go into the next volcano stock. ESE. ESE, not quite as much momentum. Okay, not quite as much momentum. ESC though is it looks like we've had like a double bottom here from this kind of dollar, let's call it $1.40, $1.25 range is going to bounce. I think this is going to be like $3. It's going to close above $3 at some point here and consolidate above there. Let's see if it can go above that. Is it one of our volcano stocks? I don't know yet, but it is going higher this week based on this chart action. Let's look at the close-up here of the 1 hour chart. And then we'll go into the main event. I know which stock everybody here is interested in, but this chart actually looks incredible. Wow, beautiful. Take a look at this. This is your little pennant flag, whatever you want to call it. Pop. Look at this. From $1.50 to not 50-cent pop. I think it's going to happen again. So the next target is two and a quarter. Let's say. I think it can go to 2 1/4, and let's see if it can build from there. But ESE looking good this week. We got Peak Fintech. Who else is in our momentum mode? I'm not going to cover all the stocks tonight because it's a little bit late. 1 hour. Okay, let's do the 1 day. Happy. Where's Happy? Happy is not as happy as it should be. I mean, this is stock that was ready to start moving. I think it's in the process of bottoming out. So this right here, it's kind of in the buy zone. It might drop off a little bit, but I think we're going to see the bottom right here. This is going to be kind of your double bottom in the 50-cent range. CEO had a great interview. I mean, they got some incredible things going on. They're doing the sleep signal that they're doing. Imagine being able to have a good night's sleep at the push of a button. I mean, we have guys in our audience. I think some of the guys watching right now. What's the guy's name? What's his name? Is he here? We have a couple of guys from our Discord who have been using it, and they're getting sleep. All sorts of great stuff. Sorry, before I was a little bit late start. I forget about my disclaimer. Very important. Everything we're talking about here is very high risk stocks. You can lose all your money. You could lose more than your initial investment if you go in margin. Again, very high risk stocks. Do not buy any of these stocks. Do not even think about buying these stocks unless you are willing to lose all your money. This is public venture capital. This is what we're doing here. These are clients of Wall Street Reporter, or this is paid content. Sponsored content, whatever you want to call it. Do your due diligence before you invest. This is only opinion. We're only talking about the charts is opinion. There's no official company news, no official corporate announcements or anything else. Anything I'm saying here is just my personal opinion, nothing to do with any official company news. And make sure you click the like and subscribe button on the video and join our YouTube channel if you're not a member yet. And also Telegram, if you want to get on our Telegram channel, the link is in the video description. Our Discord channel, all that good stuff is on here. This is the guy. Joseph Ferraro is using it. It's working. Marcel, whereas Marcel is not here, but Marcel it's not just this guy. He's actually been using it also. It's working. Everybody, a lot of people know about this. There we go. Joseph Ferraro and Marcel, our celebrities here, in-house celebrities of Happy. Okay, so Happy looking pretty decent. CRVC, here's a stock that Friday started to make a move. I think we've seen the bottom here. This is the big gold project in Ontario. It's looking pretty decent here. NVG, we're forming a little flag here. This thing is basically, this stock right now is kind of looking for some fundamental news. They're looking for some fundamental news. I think any decent news is going to send this thing higher, and it's going to pop to 30 cents. This could move very easily, very thin stock. What else? Liquid. We're going to have Liquid Avatar back. It was a rough couple of weeks. I think we've seen the bottom here. Maybe it could go a little bit lower, maybe not. but it could form a key reversal tomorrow. So watch the stock tomorrow. We might see the reversal here. And we're going to have the CEO on this week. I think what day? I don't know. Vin is going to be on Tuesday. Vinergy. Wow, these Bitcoin stocks, anything related to crypto, blockchain has gotten killed in the last week. You know, with the Bitcoin and everything. I think, are we close to bottom here? Let's take a look. Could go a little bit lower. This is a little bit embarrassing. We haven't even introduced the company. It's but this could be a good place to get in. This might go to 15 cents. I wouldn't be shocked if it goes to 15 cents the next couple of days, just because of the momentum. Broke is kind of moving average here, so might drop in the 15-cent kind of range, even a little bit lower. What is this? What number is this? 13.5 cents. That would be a major bargain. So this could be an interesting stock this week. So keep an eye on Vinergy. We may see a major bargain opportunity there. Let's see what else is moving. Delic. By the way, yeah, last week everything started moving up. Delic. I mean, this is looking bullish. 1 hour short term, this thing is looking good. You know what? This chart looks really solid here. I mean, I think this is a I don't even want to call it a double bottom here in this little kind of range here. You got the MACD looking good. Where is? There's no 200-day move. Below the 50 still, so it's got to break above 50 cents to get the real buy signal here. But you know, looking decent. Trip. So yes, Delic, I think this week will do well. Red light. Trip. Wow, what an amazing turnaround this week. If you guys have not seen that interview, check it out with Todd, with Bruce Linton, and Sarah, the person running their tech side. What's amazing is, you know, I think Todd has been taught. He talked a little bit about the mushroom thing, what do you call it, the magic. What is it? The device, the Karim Rashid device, all that whole stuff. I think people didn't quite get it. When Sarah went on, she kind of explained the whole concept and everything they're doing, and all of a sudden now you realize, man, this is like, there's a whole technology aspect to this, which is really unique for the branding side and everything. I mean, it's kind of, that's why I'm calling it the Tesla of psychedelics. It's really very clever what they're doing, and you should check out that video. And let's see. Yes, yeah, that's basically the idea. The idea is, when they do this merger with this big Indian gaming company, they're going to have enough there. It's supposed to be a massive, huge deal. So that's the whole deal. The wisdom truffle, that's what it's called. The wisdom truffle. Okay, so the unicorn. Okay. We have a unicorn, a potential unicorn, a baby. We have these little baby unicorns. Speaking of baby unicorns, here is the unicorn factory, VST. VST this week, keep an eye on this. This thing looks like it's looking to kind of go back up. Here, I mean, this is a stock that's been essentially, it's kind of an uptrend. It's I'm really shocked that this, with all the fundamentals that they have, the spin outs that they're going to be doing, everything else, that this is not sort of caught fire yet. It's really bizarre how some things click right away and some take a while. And usually some of the biggest winners, it takes a while till people catch on. Relic, what's going on with Relic? Relic. This week, I was saying last week, actually, I think when it was, or 10 days ago, right over here at this 63 cent, that's where it should have broken out, should have break it, but it's actually gone lower since then. I'm surprised by that. This is kind of right here. Real key support, this 50-cent range is the support. I think we've seen the bottom here. It's always darkest before dawn. I think this is it. Maybe a little bit more, but this is going to be a massive winner once it bottoms out here. Yeah, this had like a nice little run, and then since February it's been on the defense, but it's we should see some a bottom here. Let's go to so peak, amazing looking this week. SHG. So peak, I would say, is one of our volcano stocks. SHG, volcano number two. Volcano number two. This is an incredible looking chart right here. This pattern is crazy. I mean, wow. Yeah, this is crazy. As you can see, it's busted out of this moving average in the 1 hour, and this is the 1 hour chart. So it's this is officially a breakout. So I think we're going to see much higher prices shortly. Yeah, this thing is going to be in bull mode this week. So the next watch $1.35. That's kind of your next resistance. Once it breaks above $1.35, it might settle kind of in this $1.50 range a little bit. But after that, the next target is going to be 50. Basically, I would say in direct proportion to the last breakout. So 2-3x where we are right now. So 2 to 3x right now. Does anybody have a calculator? How much is 2 to 3x $1.35? Let's just say let's say 450. Let's say 450. So SHG, longer term, I think we're going to see much higher than that. Let's see, RHT. I agree. RHT is definitely a hidden gem. Chart. Oh, okay. So just to clarify, the ChartChat. The live chat. You know what? Did we? I may have. I may not have set up the live chat. It should be the live chat is for the premium. It may have been on this video thing. It may have not been set up, but okay. We'll give people give them free. But this video tomorrow morning after it's going to go into the members only area. So if anybody wants to know what is our like $9.99 a month, what do you get for $10 a month now? What do you get for $10? Basically, what you're going to get is you get to participate in the live chats, which is usually in this thing. For some reason, I didn't set up tonight. Also, these videos, all our chart videos, go into the members thing in the morning. So we put so essentially none of that stuff. In other words, if you miss it, if you miss the live thing the next day, you're not going to get it unless you're a member. So, and then we're going to they get some other things also. But also the live chat for the CEO interviews. A lot of times those are only for the members, and we kind of mix it up. And then we're gonna have some other things. I have to figure out how to use the YouTube thing. It's a little bit complicated. So let's see. Okay, let me catch up here. Wait. GBLC. Yeah, let me pull up GBLC. GBLC, man, this has been a volatile stock. I think the whole Bitcoin thing has been. I'll look at the Bitcoin chart in just a second. This thing was breaking out, now it's broken down. Next support levels, this is like 12-cent range, 11, 10 cents. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart in just a second. And then, but first, okay, so SHG, Volcano number 1, Peak FinTech, Volcano number 2, SHG. Who is Volcano number 3? Volcano number 3. Wow. Okay, here we go. Tetra, TBP. What an incredible week. I mean, this thing is, okay, so here's what you got to realize. This is important. This stock is making moves on increasing volume. Look at that volume. Boom, boom, boom. Every day it's gone higher. So each of those big moves has been in higher volume than the previous day. I mean, like a record volume. In the US especially, in the US it's starting to pick up. Wow, this is the US volume is off the charts. I mean, this is the biggest volume the stock as I may have possibly ever. So what does that mean? It means the Americans are loading the trucks, loading the F-150, the pickup trucks, Dodge Durangos with TBP. And the technicals, wow, look at the chart signals, all bull mode. What's that thing called? What's that? There's a chart thing, a free chart thing. It's called Trading View. I think Trading View, tradingview.com. Punch in TBPMF, and it gives like all the technical. And it says, what is it? Strong buy. I think it actually gives us a recommendation based on all the algorithms. So it has this as a strong buy. I think that's what they call it. But yeah, I mean, this thing is in bull mode. Can it pull back? I think it's 50-50 that we see a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a consolidation. So let's see, it made a move of. Oh yeah, let me go back to the Canadian thing because it's a little bit, so we can keep it consistent here. So yeah, the US chart, boom, incredible. Okay, so Canadian, let's go back to the Canadian chart for consistency's sake. So we had a breakout from, let's call it 18 cents, let's say 2x 36.8. It could pull back into the 30-cent range. I would not be shocked if it pulled back to 30, maybe even like, I don't think it's going to close this gap, but it could pull back to 30, 29, 20, very possible. But it is right now like in full bull mode. So this is the one-day chart. Yeah, look at this. What is the possibility here? So my theory is always that stocks can always go back to the old highs. We've seen this over and over with many charts. And I think my near-term target, I mean, in this is really this kind of right here. First of all, the next number is going to be this kind of 56-cent range. That's going to be kind of your next level. It's very possible that TBP either consolidates right here a little bit in this 40-cent range, but if it doesn't, it can go right through to 50, 60 cents, like a knife through butter. Let's see if it breaks out of this. This is right here, a lot of resistance in this kind of 36-cent range. If you look, can I draw a chart? Let me draw it for you. Let me draw for you a line. Okay, so, no, okay. It's not, no, maybe that's not the right one. That's number one, but really it's gonna be here kind of. You see that? Those are kind of that 36-cent range. It's always had a hard time at that number. It's actually, it's a little bit higher. Let's, so we're close to that resistance, so it could pull back. But if it breaks out, the next number is going to be 44 cents. After that, it is, what is it called? Breaks out of that gravitational, I'm sorry, I kept the thing up there. Sorry, I wasn't looking at this thing. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was looking at different screens. So okay, I'll have to redo this here. Okay, I gotta. Okay, you can see the resistance lines. Basically, you had again in the 36-cent range. You have roughly here 34. Let's call it 36 cents. The next one is in this 44-cent range. Once it breaks out of those, it's that it's like when a rocket goes out of the Earth's gravity, then it's escape velocity. That's the word I'm looking for, escape velocity. Can this thing achieve escape velocity? Tomorrow, we're going to find out. I think it's a 50-50. Either we see a bit of a consolidation, and then it goes to escape velocity, or, it just goes. Check out that interview with Sean. I mean, this guy really, really knows the fundamentals of this company. I mean, I think he owns, it's north of 5 million. I mean, he owns a lot of shares. And the guy's a smart guy. He's not like a guy who just, hey, I'm going to buy he's not just randomly buying stocks on, whatever. There's been a lot of research. He's talked to, a lot of people in the pharma industry, biotech, all that stuff. So he's done his due diligence. There is a lot of very smart people besides Sean who believe that TBP should be a minimum, $3-4 stock. So, and there is a real possibility of this being a $20 stock. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, it's hype or this, that. It's not. It's kind of the reality. I mean, if they, get some traction, if they achieve a couple of important milestones, they get some, they can be a $4 or $5 stock. They get some revenues. I mean, the market they're going after is huge. This alternative to morphine, what is that worth? I mean, this could look at this. Cytodyne, very, very similar situation when we introduced this 18 months ago, almost what is it? Is it 2 years? No, it's 18 months, let's call it. The stock was 50 cents. It went to 35 cents within a few months. It was another stock very similar. It was been around a long time. Cytodyne has a huge following from years back. A lot of disappointments. Very similar to TBP, and also look, a lot of these biotechs, the ones that have these huge moves, it takes them a long time to get to the point where they actually produce results. It takes years. I mean, it takes some of these guys 10 years, right? So the point is, you're coming in right at the inflection point, right where they're gonna go to what is it? They got the drugs in the phase 2. They're gonna have in theory they could be on the market next year in 18 months, just like Cytodyne. And what happened to Cytodyne? Cytodyne went from 50 cents to $10 in 6 months. 6-month period, 50 cents to $10. That was on our next Superstock platform. You could have discovered it last year. And I think we could see the same thing happen with TBP. TBP could, once it starts moving, it could go 20x. What's 20x from here? Well, 20x from where we introduced it, let's say. So it's $4 at least. So it's a 10-bagger from here, but and then it can go higher. Look at CBDT. CBDT, we introduced it at a nickel, it went to 250. It's a 50x in 4 months. 50x in 4 months. Who would have believed it? If anybody would have told you if I would have told you that CBDT could be a 10-bagger when it was a nickel, everybody said, "Oh, impossible! This thing is a scam. It's been around. It's a scam." No, it went from a nickel. It took a while to break out. It took months to break out of that 8 cent, 10 cent. It took like 2 months. all of a sudden, once it broke that dime, then that 20 cent, and after 20 cents, it was, it was game over. So nobody believed it when we introduced it at a nickel. So TBP, nobody believed this when we introduced this. Was it 15 cents last month? And just watch what happens. I mean, just watch what happens with this thing. I believe this is easily a 20x, 20x from where we introduced it. So at least $3. Sean thinks it could be worth $20, but more. And you got to watch this interview. He thinks it's going to be huge because look, the market they're going after is enormous, and they're very, very close. So let me just catch up to a couple of comments. Yeah, there you go. So people have been in this stock for a long time. So you guys who are coming in right now are, it's great time to get in. Breaking 36 right to $1. I think it's possible. I mean, I think it's 50-50. I think the odds of it, like 50 tomorrow, if it breaks, it's 50-50. I mean, I do believe it's going higher, but it's not going to go parabolic straight. These stocks don't go parabolic. I mean, it did last time. It went parabolic. It went from, 20 to 56. It has to consolidate at some point. It might go to 50 cents and consolidate. It might consolidate in this range and then go higher. I could see that. It's very possible. I don't think it's going to go straight to $1 in a week. I mean, that's a little bit, it's a little bit, I mean, it's a little bit crazy, but maybe not. I mean, crazier things have happened. It's possible. I'm not but I think here is kind of either consolidates here or right here, and then it goes higher. Again, check out the video with Sean. He covers all the fundamentals much better than I could ever. There you go. Yeah, the TBP will help you pay that $9.99 a month to be able to join the live chat. Exactly. Okay. It's a valid comment. Yeah. Listen, here's what I love about these like biotech type deals. The biotech thing, it's something when people, it's not like these things don't go linear. It's not like a linear thing where, okay, the company has to generate revenue, they sell widgets, they're quarter over quarter, 30%. No, if they get a drug, they get an approval, they get something, meet major milestones, all of a sudden, there's a whole new valuation for the company, right? It's like, did you strike oil? Did you find gold? It's the same idea. It's the discovery business. The biotech pharma thing, it's the same thing. It's the discovery business. It's like if FCO, like Fable, gets a major, a drill result, the stock is not going to be 18 cents. The stock will be $1. Okay. So this is the great thing. And again, based on what they have, why wouldn't somebody pay, $1 billion for that company? So that's 20x from where it is now. They paid $6 billion for GW, right? And apparently it's not as, their thing is not as good as what TBP has. Yeah. There's more and more sentiment. There's more and more stuff coming in. So this is not a stock that's running out of steam. A lot of times you see these parabolic moves, and they're usually like a lower volume. And that's kind of, you see, okay, it's the rocket is losing fuel, not this rocket. This rocket is gaining. It's almost like the rocket is taking off, and there's like a refueling rocket. You know those planes, like those refueling planes. They refuel jets, in air. So it's almost like the Elon Musk rocket is going up, and then there's another rocket which has got a hose putting more fuel into it, so it goes to, so that volume. I see exactly what you're saying here. Yeah, the inhalation thing is big. Okay, look, this guy Silver Dollar has got some valid comments. I'll put them up. Exactly right. This is what I'm saying. This is like one of these things. It's binary. It's a binary. First, it's like our perfect next super stock kind of model, right? Big markets, company going after big markets. It's at an inflection point. Okay, there's multiple catalysts that can blow it up, and the risk reward. It's asymmetric. It's asymmetric. It's like you're risking 30 cents, not even 30, you're risking 15 cents, because 15 has always been kind of it's never gone lower than 15 cents. So if you buy it here, it drops to 15, you're out 15 cents. But the upside is if it hits, let's call it $5, right? $10. I mean, that's like, what is the math? Is that 30 to 1, 40 to 1? That's the thing I like. It's not about making 10%, 20%, 50, double. We're not here to double. This is not about doubling your money. That's boring, and it's not a good risk reward ratio. Check out the videos where we talk about our whole methodology. We're looking for those asymmetric setups where you have a 20 to 1, 100 to 1 upside. And here also it's binary. Either they have it or they don't. Okay, so either this thing works, it's like an alternative to morphine, or it doesn't. It's a bust. So you're gonna know very, very quickly. Toxicity. Okay, so the inhalation is out. Yeah, inhale the safe. Okay. Will it be acquired? It would be a lot higher prices than here. I think it would be multi-dollars. No. They have not had this kind of increasing volume. Okay, so it's bullish. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's the way I look at it. Look, you're risking 15 cents and your upside is, let's just say $5. Let's say it only goes to $5. So you're gonna, that's great. Interesting comments. This guy has some good. We should have you on our next live stream. We'll have you and Sean. Yeah. So this is good stuff here. Let's look at a couple of other stocks. Somebody was asking about Vizbee, which has been a little. It's been kind of. It's been consolidating, basically. It's actually been holding on to its gains pretty well. It's a little bit like Peak. Peak Fintech and Vizbee are the two best performing stocks during this whole, the market sell-off of the last 2 months. It just needs to catch. It's kind of needs to catch a wave. I don't think it's going to go lower than here. It keeps bouncing off these levels. So let's keep an eye on it this week. It needs some good news to get the mojo back. But it's not in a bad position. It's actually, the trend is up. It's basically a consolidation right here. So I think that's a great position to be in compared to a lot of stocks in the penny stock world that sold off 60, 70% in the last 2 months. Between 50 and 70% from the peak. They gave up 50 to 70% of their gains. Let's look at Relay. What's going on with Relay? Relay, Wednesday it looked like a key reversal day, and then it's been pulling back. So let's look at the 1 hour. Let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is actually looking pretty good. It looks like we may have a reverse head and shoulders. 45 cents is going to be your resistance. Let's see if we can break above this 45-cent range. But yeah, okay. So Logic, keep an eye on Logic this week. This is a stock that can make big moves. It was supposed to, I guess, shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. Again, they're having the same issue. They're doing a financing, and they're doing the NEO listing, so they can't promote the stock. They can't really put out any news, so they've been like off the radar for 3 months, which is horrible for the stock. I mean, it was $12.50 in January. I think once they're able to start putting out news, getting in front of investors, you're going to see, $10, $12. $40 is my target. Write this down. $40 my target on Logic for year end. Hang on, let me see. Okay, so we got another guy who knows the fundamentals. Underlying name of area or the H, right? Okay. So, what does this mean? Greg, what does this mean? What are you saying? Let's get to the bottom line. I don't know what this means. I'm not that intelligent. Just what does this mean? Does this mean the stock can go to $5, $10, or I don't know what this means? Tell us in plain English. What's the upside here? Let's see. Serafino. Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on with GazX. Again, check out that interview with GazX NG Energy. You're going to be very impressed by the CEO. Heavy hitters in this company. This is a stock, the chart's been a bit of a consolidation after a big run. It looks like it could break out of here right now. I mean, this is actually pretty bullish. It needs to close above $1.50 to get. I think if it closes $1.50, you could see a big run. The odds of it doing that are pretty decent this week. But yeah, it needs to close above $1.50, and then the momentum kicks in. And then, this is a guy, this CEO, Serafino, he actually has had 100 bag. He produced 100 bagger stock before. So the odds are pretty good he could do it again. He's got, what's his name? Frank Giustra, the billionaire, Canadian resource billionaire guy is involved. He owns a big piece of this. A lot of smart operators in the stock. So definitely one to keep an eye on. I'm going to cover all the other stuff later. I mean, it's like getting a little bit late here. What's going on? Fans, ESC. These are stocks. I really was expecting to have big runs this week to start, but they're kind of. But once they start going, it's going to be like a locomotive. So both ESC and Fans are kind of like that. Fans is, it was looking like it could break out, and then it just does this thing here. So this is a pretty good. I think this is like, if you like the story, I think this is a pretty good place to get into this stock right here, because it's pretty. Right here is really where it looked like it was going to pop. This 86 cents, and it broke down, which Fans does that. It really, just when you think that's the support, it breaks right below it, then comes back. So this is a stock that you really, either you have conviction in it or you don't. You can't. You can't trade this stock based on like technical signals almost, because it does a lot of fake outs. So you got to look at this long term. And I think we're going to see much, much higher prices in Fans. Uh, where's my target? I think $4 plus. $4 is my target, maybe higher. So let's take a look. It went from 20 cents to $1.10, so 5x. 5x was the first breakout, and from here went to 3x basically. So yeah, it could go to yeah, $4. $4 is my short term, or next couple months. I think it's a $4 stock. SHG covered. SHG looks amazing. Okay, so okay, so okay, what does it mean for the stock? What does it mean? Does this mean the stock could be $10, $100? What does it mean? Okay. Okay, so it seems like a lot of you guys know a lot of the fundamentals here on the TBP. Okay, we're gonna get you on to the next live stream with Guy, the CEO. Yeah, we're gonna get probably in about a week. I'll be back next week. Not this week, probably the week after. I agree. Okay. $5 is the okay. So this guy says five. Okay, so $5 is near-term target. Okay, yeah. I mean, this should be a $5 stock. Why not? 5x would be only like what is that? That's nothing. It's free. FCO. You want to look at FCO? Okay. Yeah, FCO. It's in this base. It's like doing this base thing here. I thought it was gonna move, break out. It hasn't, but it probably will, and then it can go. At least 4x. A buck. A buck is the next thing. Once it goes from here, it's a buck. $1.20. Silver is gonna be huge the next year. So, okay. This guy sounds like he knows what he's talking about. If Gene Jess says the stock is worth $5, I'm going with that. Okay. $10. Okay. So I think, okay, so I would say, look, I'm purely based on the psychology here. I think there's enough here. Once people start waking up, they kind of see the possibilities. All of a sudden, the stock, the stock gets marked to that new value that, once people understand what the possibilities are. So I think definitely worthwhile checking out that interview with Sean. He kind of touches on some of the points why it could be, huge stock. It looks like we have people in this live chat right now who know this thing. Yeah, okay. Bottom line, okay, I guess the bottom line is, that this is going to be one of our big winners. Could be, this could be like our next TBP, our next 50x or more. I'm saying 100x. It would be nice to have a 100x stock. 100x would mean about $20 from the point where we introduced it. Okay, so I'm just going to look at this chart real quick, and then I'm going to sign off. So, key thing to watch this week: might see a consolidation in this range, 30 cent. And if it doesn't, it breaks out 40, what is it, right here, 44 cents, and it can just go crazy. It'll be very, very interesting to watch this tomorrow. I mean, look at this, crazy. Volume is just, I mean, people are into this all of a sudden. Big orders coming in, so it's not small retail guys. It's not like, guys buying $50 worth of stock. There's people, there's some serious money coming into this. So I think that is, it's very positive. So with that said, I'm going to sign off. I'll see you tomorrow in the next live stream, or actually tomorrow, maybe Tuesday, whatever it is. And that's it. So 3 Volcano stocks for this week: Peak FinTech, SHG, TBP. 3 stocks that look amazing. Let's see what happens. It'll be very exciting.